Okay, now on to actually solving this quadratic. We're going to convert it to vertex form so we can do this process to it. I'm going to start off by labeling A, B, and C. My A is 2, my B is negative 28, and my C is 82. For vertex form, I'm going to need to find A, H, and K. I already have my A, so let's go ahead and try to figure out what my H and K are. To find my H, I'm going to use the axis of symmetry formula. X is equal to negative B over 2A. In this case, A is 2. Oh, I guess that would be A there. So we have negative B, which is negative 28, over 2 times A is 2. Instead of doing a bunch of work, let's go ahead and just put that in the calculator. We have alpha y equals, and we're going to have negative 2, 28 over 2 parentheses 2. That gets us 7. So my H is 7. To find the K, we're going to plug in my H value to this equation. So first, let's write out this equation with my x's missing. My H is going to go in here, in those parentheses, and that H value is going to be that 7. Instead of doing that math by hand, again, let's go ahead and use a calculator. We have 2 parentheses 7 squared minus 28 parentheses 7 plus 82, and that gets us negative 16. So my vertex form is A, x minus h squared minus 16 is equal to 0. So these two equations are the same. Now we can use this vertex form and do what we did up here, these examples. Let's go ahead. Addition and subtraction first, then multiplication, then my exponent. Remember, it's the opposite of PEMDAS. P-E. We go backwards. Addition and subtraction first. Let's do the addition and subtraction. Opposite of this subtracting 16 is plus 16. Okay, we have 2x minus 7 squared is equal to 16. Then we can do multiplication. We did this one. We can do multiplication now. Division. Opposite of multiplying by 2, divide by 2. Cancels to 1. X minus 7 squared is equal to 8. And then my next one is exponents. Exponents, got to get rid of that square, that exponent 2. Square root both sides. And I have x minus 7 is equal to square root of 8. Let's look at square root of 8. Square root of 4 goes in there. That's a perfect square. So that is 2 to the square root of 2. So I'm going to write plus or minus 2 to the square root of 2. And the last thing I'm going to do is add 7 to both sides. X, that goes to 0, equals 7 plus or minus 2 square root of 2. And we can go ahead and leave it just like that. This is my answer.